we're back.
Yes, we are.
And we're back today with something... I'm going to call it mainstream.
Well,
You can buy it in shops.
yeah.
So, kind of mainstream. This is interesting because they started off as a kind of artisan sauce maker, hand making the stuff. Same as pretty much every product we review that isn't mainstream.
Like HP sauce.
That was quite a political answer because it gave you no information whatsoever. Yeah, so they started off as an artisan producer, and they've got bigger. And I wanted to find out why, to be honest. So, you no doubt, if you watch this kind of thing, the old cookies in the interwebs will pick up that you like sauces, and you no doubt, when you go on the Book of Face, get adverts for Sauce Shop. So, yeah.
I thought we'd give it a try.
Sainsbury's had it, so I thought I'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I looked at their sauces that our local supermarket had, and out of all of them, this one sounded probably the most appealing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's actually going to be an interesting comparison as well to see what a now large producer has a take on something that we've tried from artisan producers.
Yeah, because we've had the sweet honey mustard.
Yep.
South Carolina
Barbecue honey mustard.
Barbecue
honey mustard.
That's the one.
Was it. Yeah.
From Daddy Cool's. And what was the name of the one from Henry's?
I think it was the Henry's one was the barbecue honey mustard. The Daddy Cool's one was the South Carolina.
Right. Okay.
Barbecue mustard.
So we've tried those, and they were both absolutely fantastic. This is obviously produced on a larger scale. Okay, if it's going out to supermarkets, it's not being made in a pot at home on the stove by an artisan producer anymore. This is now in production.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
However, it does appear to have a great taste board.
It does. Yeah, it's got a 1-star great taste there. I think that was 2019. Yeah, 2019. That they picked that up. So fairly recently.
Yeah.
So it's obviously a good tasting sauce. It's got a star. Yeah, that means it's good.
Yes.
So we like that. So in here we have American style mustard. Freedom! You can hear it. 40%. Which contains water, spirit, vinegar, mustard flour, mustard bran, sea salt, garlic and spices. We have white grape vinegar.
Grape vinegar?
Well,
Okay.
I suppose white wine vinegar.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Brown sugar. Unsalted butter, contains milk. Tamari.
What's tamari?
Sunday. Tamari is water, soybeans, salt, spirit vinegar, apparently.
Okay.
Garlic, 3%, sea salt and spices. So.
Not a hint of chilli.
No. Spice free.
Blimey.
So, yeah, let's open this up and let's give it a go. We give it a fair crack, you know. It's not a chili product, but I want to see how it compares.
Yeah, I think that's for me. It's the do you get the same level of effort and love, I think, that goes into artisan sauce making as you do into something that's a bit more mass produced? Vinegar. The first thing that hit me was just a...
Do you know what it smells like to me?
French's mustard.
Exactly. That's what it's...
That'll be the American mustard.
Freedom!
I mean, it's got an interesting smell. It's not just French's mustard.
With that much American mustard in there, I'm surprised there's no oil.
Yeah, but it's actually almost
Controversial.
It's making my nose tingle, the amount of vinegar I'm putting for that. I don't know whether it's just, we've just taken the lid off and, it's at the top, or whether it is going to be quite vinegary.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to be quite
I might
vinegary.
try slightly smaller spoons if I'm getting
Yeah, you can actually get your spoon in there if you want to. Looks like it's got some goodies floating around in it.
So it looks like it's about to drip, so it will remedy that. But it's an interesting colour. It's not like a really gaudy, bright yellow, is it?
No, you can see there, got some bits and pieces floating around in there.
It's got a good interesting colour to it. But all I'm really getting is French's mustard and vinegar.
Yeah, I've got to say that's pretty much all I'm getting here.
But I don't know, we could be very surprised with the taste. So
It's got a star, so
let's give it a go. Do you want to go first or shall I? Vinegary. It's actually like getting me there. Vinegary. Flavours good. It is very much an American mustard, but there are other flavours there. You are getting the other spices. I'm not sure if tamari has a flavour. I've never knowingly eaten it. A little bit salty. I'm getting the garlic. So I'm getting that it is a mustard with additives to it, or additional ingredients. But I'm just finding it very, very vinegary and quite salty. The other ones we've had, obviously, we've had a honey mustard previously. That's had a nice sweetness. But the South Carolina mustard, that's also had a sweetness to it, and neither of them have been vinegary. That, for me, if I was sticking that in any quantity into a burger or hot dog, I would get that kind of almost overly vinegary heartburn feeling. It's okay, but I wouldn't say it was any more than okay. We've just been spoiled, I think. But
So, for me, mustard, like the French's mustard kind of taste, vinegar, salt, pick out the garlic. Again, I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking for with tamari.
no.
So, yeah, can't really get that.
I mean, if you were looking for something that was a bit different from being just a normal American mustard, you wouldn't be going wrong with that.
See, there's a little bit of sweetness there with the brown sugar, but not enough, I think, for caramelising. You could use it as a sauce to cook with, pour it over something before you put it under the grill. I wouldn't use it as a barbecuing sauce because it is a bit thin, and I think it will probably just fall off.
Yeah, I mean, you could brush it on afterwards, couldn't you? If you did some barbecue ribs or something, or some chicken, you could brush it on afterwards. It would add a nice flavour to it.
With the level of acidity that this has, you need something fatty. So if you were going to use it, I would say burgers, 20% fat meat, mince, if you were making up hamburger. That would be your level you need to be at. I mean, they recommend that anyway for a nice juicy burger, but that would be the level that you need to kind of balance the acidity with some fat. The Chinese are very good at this with like roast pork, and then they use black vinegar to kind of balance it so you don't end up with just
that kind of cloying fat around your mouth.
I think if you worked on the same principle with that and went for pork, ribs, that kind of stuff, this would be great. I think if you put it on chicken, it'd be a little bit too acidic.
You could use it.
Dip for chicken nuggets. I can see that working.
Yeah.
Chips, you know.
Mix it with some olive oil and make like a mustard dressing or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that would work because the oil, you've got your fat then that's going to kind of counteract the acidity, and it would probably make quite a nice dressing. But yeah, for me, as in the quantity that I tend to use sauces, for me it's too vinegary.
Yeah.
I would be as sparing with that as I am with French's.
Yeah, but it would be like putting a shot of vinegar on your food.
Yeah. You know, the artisan ones we've had,
It's okay.
drink them.
It tastes all right. I wouldn't buy this over Daddy Cool's or Henry's.
No.
But yeah, you know, we're honest. Do I recommend people going out and getting it? Do you know what? It wasn't that expensive. I think it's worth a try. If you like your sauces a bit more vinegary, I think you'd be fine with that. Maybe the other ones in the range are better or worse.
Yeah,
Who knows?
and like I said, you know, it's a personal preference. We've been spoiled, I think, with the artisan stuff. So, yeah, if you like more vinegary things, that's great. Just not top of my hit list.
Fair enough. I would say heat, but there isn't any.
I would say it's probably below 0 for me.
Yeah, -3 or something. I think that's enough from us for now.
Indeed.
Links in the description for their website if you're interested and you want to check it out. But check your supermarkets because you do find this stuff lurking around in there. Yeah. Thank you ever so much for watching.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Take care.
And we'll see you in the next one.